Hello, welcome, good evening on this Friday. Thanks for those joining on the replay. I've missed you guys. Hey, I'm doing this little hack here. Hey, 62 Wild Child, thanks for inviting followers, babe, in the hearts. Hey, So Much Favor, thanks for joining in. Had that iOS 9 update and had quirks with it, so this seems to be working for me now. Hope you could see me. I'm Lakeisha Riddick, blogger. Hey, Mr. Chubbs. Hey, Miss Nikki Joe. Blogger, online talk radio show, host of Share My World Show. Thank you for the heart. And your Dixie wrecked. Okay. Sorry to hear that. I blog about my faith weight loss journey, and I really do it also to encourage myself and to encourage others. You can follow me on all social media under Share My World Show. My blog, you can follow my journey. I've been chronicling my journey. Now today, hey, how you doing? For 150 days now. So, I also have a YouTube channel where I upload all of my videos for the Periscope there. Thanks for the hearts. So you can go to my YouTube channel, which is Share My World Show. So, hey, Herbs for Life, J Burrito. Thank you so much for joining in. And if you enjoy the content, tap on the hearts. Let me know that you're engaged. And even on my replay viewers, you can tap the hearts and you can share with your followers if you agree and like the content. Hey, Aaron, DW. And like I said, I'm sharing about my faith weight loss journey. I'm asking God to help me with my faith to renew my mind, because I know this time I'm restarting my journey. I restarted in April, that it's not just about the surface issues. Hey, Emin guy. It's about me losing the weight. Let me get this light here. Losing the weight for a lifestyle, not and releasing it, dealing with the root issues. For me, fear, lack of faith, rejection, low self-esteem. Those are the root issues that for me manifested into the pounds. And I know if I don't deal with those root issues, just like a weed, right? You pull up that weed, it'll grow back. And for me, multiplied. So I started my journey back again, April in 2015, 280 pounds. And now I'm down 27 pounds. So I give God the glory for that. So tonight, thank you for joining in. And for the web viewers, thank you for joining in as well. I appreciate it. I wanted to talk about wants versus needs and knowing the difference. So anybody want to share what they consider a want or what they consider a need out there? That's you. Okay, well, hey, follow me as I follow Christ. And I'm going to say this as well. I do this to encourage myself and to encourage others, right? And taking it day by day, because I'm not going to wait until I get to the other side and say, oh yeah, I'm good. Because a lot of times I say people have that short-term memory. They actually forget, hey babe, thanks for joining back in. They forget the details of the struggle. I'm not going to forget it. And you're not going to help me forget it either, because you're here with me, following me every step of the way. But I was able to hear a scope a little while ago from a young lady, and my heart just really went out to her, and she's struggling with weight and feeling hopeless and not feeling like she has any options. And I just, I wanted to just grab her and hug her and just be like, hey, God can help you. Now, I'm not saying, I have all the answers, because I really don't. I'm telling you my story, but the principles and what God is doing for me, they work. The universal principles that anybody could use for their life, not just for weight loss, but just transformation in general. So that's why I'm sharing it. So again, even if you're not dealing with a weight loss issue, because here I am, this is an extreme weight loss issue, but dealing with the weights that have been holding you down, God can help you by renewing your mind. I mean, that's a very powerful verse, that Romans 12:2, that you will be transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? So anyway, tonight, wants and needs. I had an experience last night where I was just like, you know what, God, you're helping me differentiate. Thanks for inviting followers. Differentiate between wants and needs. And I'm going to tell you the story. So if you follow me on my blog, sharemyworldshow.com, you'll know that every night, for the most part, you'll see a snack or a dessert. And I've been doing trail mix these past few days, but I'll also have some other kind of snack. I would have something sweet. So it became a nightly ritual for me. After I wound down with the kids and had time with my husband, we sit there on the couch, watch TV, and I'm eating something. And it would be something sweet. Because guess what? I deserved it. I felt I needed it. That was what I wanted, and I'm going to get it. Thank you very much. But the ritual created a need for me. So every night I had to have something sweet, and I would do it, right? Well, last night I ate, and I was full. I wasn't hungry anymore. But my mind was like, you're sitting on the couch. It's time for you to go get that snack. And I'm thinking, well, I still have my nutrition, content. I'm tracking my meals and everything. I was like, I still have calories that I could, use to get, you hear me? Hear the thought process going on in my head? Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's only going to be this amount, whatever. But God convicted me. See, that's what happens when you are in the process of renewing your mind. The Holy Spirit will convict you. It doesn't have to be somebody else telling you, oh, don't do this, don't eat that. Does that work? Anybody? To me, that never works. As an adult, for somebody else to tell you what you need to do, unless you've already confirmed it for yourself. So I'm sitting there on the couch, and I promise you, back and forth, all of the thoughts in my head. Go ahead and eat it. Don't eat it. You're not hungry. You're hungry. Eat it. It's sweets. All this back and forth. Until finally I said, I'm not hungry. I don't need it. I'm not going to get it. And I was just like, okay, I'll wait till my husband gets home. Then I'm going to get it. Then I'm going to do this. I just kept going on and on and on until I just made it in my mind. And I said, in my heart, and I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not hungry. I'm not going to just go and just get this just to be getting it. Because at that point, I really wasn't hungry. So I did not eat it. And that to me was a big milestone, a huge breakthrough for me because I could have still eaten it, right? You would have known by looking on my blog, but you wouldn't have known the struggle that I had to do with it because I'm sharing it with you, right? So that's my thing. The difference between a want and a need, right? Now, the dictionary says for wants, what does it say about wants? Something that is desired. They even say or needed. But for a need, right? It says something that a person must have, something that is needed in order to live or succeed or be happy. Now, here's the thing, because you can think about wants, right? Or a car, vacation, all different kinds of things, really kind of external things, right? Things for the hearts. But when it comes to needs, what's for the things that come to mind? You think of food, clothing, shelter, right? Those needs, right? But here's the thing. Food is a need. But we can get it twisted with the types of food that we need in terms of that come up with that create the habits that we have. And for me, I've had unhealthy habits with the food, right? In terms of my emotions, in terms of the types of foods that I was eating, for convenience, all that kind of stuff. But last night, I was able to get that breakthrough to say, you know what? I don't need it, so I don't have to have it. I told myself that. The Holy Spirit within me convicted myself. It wasn't somebody else telling me. It wasn't me doing it for somebody else. It was me. So that's my encouragement to you. And that God says what? He shall supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory. That's what? Philippians 4:19. He didn't say I'm going to supply all your wants. So you have to determine for yourself what has become a need when it really was a want. Do I really have to have sweets? Do I really have to have, these types of things every night? No, I don't. Now, this is a process for me, again, renewing my mind, right? Me trying to, is anybody having difficulty with the connection? I see people dropping off, so hopefully you're still connected. You can hear me fine and the connection's good. I hope so. So, and I also wanted to share in terms of confirmation. I tell you guys to follow Barb Raveling, BARBRAVELING, and she has a website, and you can go there, and she's on Catch. Also, you can see her previous scopes. She confirmed. Hey, thanks for inviting followers again, babe. She confirmed to me exactly what I had gone through. She had did a scope about how to end nightly all you can eat like binge sessions, because that's what happens sometimes, right? When you're at in the evening, you're bored, you created these rituals, and then you just eat. She gives some really, really good tips, and I'm not going to share what she shared, but I would just say for me, what I just share with you, that thought process. And the key thing is for me, as I'm always going to encourage you, Renew your mind daily. And she even said this as well, all day. You don't have to just do it in the mornings. I was doing it in the mornings as soon as I got up, and then at night before I went to bed. But you can do it all day. I mean, even during my workouts, I've been, Lord, help me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You know, that I fix my eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of my faith. You know, who endured the cross, right? And for the joy set before him, despised the shame, right? So these are the things that I'm doing to help myself to renew my mind. So I just wanted to encourage you. And again, as you follow me on all social media, Share My World Show, my blog, sharemyworldshow.com. You could subscribe, comment. I love the comments. Go to my YouTube channel, Share My World Show, and subscribe as well. But to know that there is a difference. Don't allow the food, okay, to become a need. I'm talking about specific foods. We know, okay, you need the proteins, you need your carbs, you need your fats, right? You need your sugars. Okay, if you don't know that, go do some Google searches regarding the different types of things. I like that. Renew your mind every day. Yes, indeed, we have to. How about all day? Because I didn't get this way overnight, right? And the habits that I've created have been unhealthy. I'm not just talking about food. I'm talking about unhealthy in terms of my lifestyle, in terms of how I respond to things. That's why I felt that God was really trying to do this inside out transformation for me, because I would just keep doing the yo-yo. I would never deal with the root issues, and I would come back to it. Okay, and for me, fear, that's a big one. JoLynn Braley, JoLynn Braley, she talks about fat mindset, fear attracting thoughts. Bam, that's it. When you have that mindset, you are continuously thinking fear of failure, fear of gaining the weight again. And what do you do when you have fear attracting thoughts? You are continuously attracting more and more fear, more and more the worst possible scenarios. And then you never do anything, you know? And then you're always making excuses. Hey, Geraldine, thanks for joining in. I'm going to be ending shortly, but I'll just do a quick recap, and you can check out the replay as well if you like. And thank you for the hearts. I just shared the story about how God is helping me to renew my mind with my habits that I created that I thought were needs, but they really were wants. And again, in identifying food is a need. You do need food, right? Yes, you can fast and have water, but you do need food. But you have to identify the particular things that you are attaching so much emotion to, so much importance to. I mean, me having sweets, why do I do that? I'm still, going to be looking at myself to be like, why am I doing that? Why do I have to have a snack when I'm sitting there watching TV? Do I really need that? Can I eat some fruit? I mean, I'll be honest with you. Hey, that was your church Bible study this evening that you viewed early. Safe house. Oh, okay, great. That was some good stuff there. I didn't stay long, but there was some good stuff that he was sharing. Thank you, Geraldine, for joining in. So, again, I would just encourage you to figure out your emotions. Ask God to give you wisdom about your attachment to certain types of foods and why you would say, I need it. I mean, the reality is you just need protein, you need your carbs, you need your sugars, you need your, you know what I'm saying? Those things, right? But to have attachment to certain foods to be like, you can't live without it, that's not a need. And then until you do that, you're going to be bound by that food, and that food's going to control you. And that's not how God wants us to live. He said he's going to supply all of our needs according to sugar is your weakness. Well, here's the thing. You got to figure out why is sugar your weakness, and what can you substitute for that that's going to help you still get that emotion or whatever you're trying to do with that. I'm with you, Geraldine. I have to figure that out for myself. Why is it? Why do I have to have these sweets or some kind of dessert every night? I mean, I didn't do it last night, and I'm not doing it tonight because I'm still full. But what is going on there? You have to, until you deal with the root of it. It's like I said earlier, like a weed. You pull a weed, right? But you don't pull it up from the root. It comes back, and it comes back multiplied. You crave it on something salty. I hear you, and especially during that time of the month, man, I tell you. But I've been blessed because the last time it was bad, but I was able to control it. Again, God helping me to be like, okay, don't do this or eat this. So for me, I'm trying to find some healthier substitutes. In my group, somebody had posted some healthier snacks. and that kind of thing. So just trying to figure it out. And that's why I know God had me to track my foods. You see, I didn't want to do it, right? I didn't want to do it because I'm thinking I'm not going to be tracking my foods for the rest of my life. But to learn, knowledge is power, to have education, to know what am I eating, portion sizes, sodium content, all those different things. I mean, they're crucial to your development. Not to be bound by it, okay? Not to be legalistic and say, well, you can't eat this or I can't. No, I'm just saying in terms of making it an experience where I'm understanding what's going on and I'm able to be in control, have self-control, right? And be convicted for myself and say, I'm not doing that. Because that's what you want, right? I want to, like last night, I was able to say, I don't want it. Which is huge because normally I would have said, I am going to eat it. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to enjoy it. Thank you very much. You check on my blog, you see I posted a link to the clip. Anybody saw New Jack City? I did post a link to Pookie when he was with Ice-T, and he said, what did he say? It be calling me, man. It be calling me. I'm telling you, my little dessert, my little treat, when I was sitting there on the couch, it was calling me. It was calling me like that crack was calling. Like that crack was calling Pookie. Oh, my goodness. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny, right? To be like you could have such a craving where you feel like it's an addiction and that you can't get from out under it. And God doesn't want us to be bound like that. Cookies do that to you. I know. I mean, even now being more aware of the portion sizes, Geraldine, I'm like, how many cookies? I used to eat like, golly, don't even start me on those little butter cookies. And sometimes it's bad. You're right, Miss Nikki Joe. I mean, to see like what a real portion size is supposed to be and what I was eating, oh man, Chip Ahoy Chucky, yes, love it. So, and having to be like, okay, and you know what? Sometimes, yeah, I know, Chips Ahoy. Sometimes you may have to remove it. Now it's your story, your journey. You have to figure out what's a temptation for you and what's not. I was blessed. I didn't have to yield to that temptation. But again, you have to know where you're at and where you're strong. Just like Jesus was in the wilderness with the devil, right? He was strong. He had fasted for those 40 days. And he was strong enough to know, you know what? When the enemy came to him, he was able to withstand against those wiles. He was able to withstand with the word. So that's why the renewing of the mind is important. If what's in you can't come out that way, then yeah, we need more renewing of the mind, but we also don't need to put ourselves in those situations. Again, check out Barb Raveling, and follow her on Periscope as well. She gave some excellent. You can't have it in house. See? Okay, then that's what works for you. That's good. You got to figure it out. I'm never going to tell anybody here what you should eat or what you can't. No. It doesn't work for me, so please don't come and tell me I need to eat this or I don't need to eat that. You can see what I'm eating, because here's the deal. I have to be able to make that choice for myself. You get what I'm saying? Somebody telling me to do it is making me, I already had that issue with people please, is making me do it for them. Making me do it to please them versus, okay, what is God convicting me about? Now, if God tells me, Lakeisha, no, you should not be eating so-and-so, and he's obviously he's helping me process it, then I'm able to deal with it more because then I'm convicted. He's convicting me, and then I'm able to be like, Lord, help me, right? But if it's somebody else, it's not going to work because you're not here with me. As much as I love you guys for following me and as I do this journey, you're not here to say, Lakeisha, what are you doing? Why are you eating that? I have to be the one to do it. Even my husband, I love him so much. He's not even the one to be like, Lakeisha, don't eat that. Because what? We all know, get that stash, eat a little later, eat a little earlier, hide it. It doesn't work. You have to, in order for you to be committed, you got to be all in. And it has to come from an authentic place. So, again, know the difference for yourself between your wants and your needs. Mint chocolate chip ice cream. Oh, and those cookies. Lord help me. Yes, Lord help Miss Geraldine. Help her. Give her wisdom about what it is about that keeps her coming back, or where you can't be in self-control. I'm telling you. Thanks, Miss Nikki Joe, for joining back in. Because once you see that you are in control, because what? We have to eat. I mean, this is not like drugs where you could just say totally abandon it or whatever. Food is a need. However, The types of food are not needs. And again, until we get that under control in terms of our attachment to it, our mind renewed about it, we're going to be bound to it, and our food is going to be in control of us versus us being in control of the food. And we are going to what? Live to eat instead of eat to live. My mother says that often. So I hope you take some nuggets from this and are able to just be encouraged. And again, for the young lady, I hope she checks my scope out. Follow me. Go check out my previous scopes. Check out my my blog. I've chronicled from day one. This is a journey of life. I mean, this is not like, okay, I'm just sitting here like, okay, yeah, I can't wait to lose the weight. I mean, yes, but at the same time, I'm being transformed from the inside out. God is helping me deal with all of these weights, not just the pounds, but in all areas of my life. I talked about my faith, fitness, finances, my family, my friends, my fun. I've lost 27.2 pounds so far since I started in April, from 280. And it's all God. I mean, it's not... And here's the thing, I was disappointed. You can go check out my blog, very disappointed, upset. You can see pictures I posted. I call it my before and during. Just upset because I'm thinking, man, I should have lost more weight by then. Yes, but see, I'm able to praise God now because he's helping me renew my mind. He's helping me understand this is a process. He's helping me understand I'm breaking habits that I've had for life, really, which brought me to this point. And until those things are broken, those strongholds are broken, I will still be bound. I want to be free. You follow me long enough? Ohio Players. That's one of the theme songs. I want to be free. I want to be free. And I can't be free if I'm bound by fear. I can't be free if I'm bound by rejection. I can't be free if I'm bound by lack of faith. I mean, nobody can. But I'm just here to share my story. And again, for the young lady, I hope she's able to watch my scope and just be encouraged to know that there is hope. God can help you. He's helping me. It's one day at a time, one step at a time, and it's for life. And once you do get to the weight loss, in terms of the pounds being lost, you'll be able to go and help somebody else as well. So thank you so much for joining me. Follow me on all social media, Share My World Show. And thanks to the web followers as well. Follow me, my blog on sharemyworldshow.com. Subscribe, comment. I really appreciate it, and share it as well. And also go to my YouTube channel, Share My World Show, where you can find all my old, my previous scopes. You can comment and like and share those as well. So thank you. And just keep following me as I follow Christ. I'm giving it to you raw in terms of what's going on. Again, this is to chronicle my journey for life, but also to help encourage you, but also so that I can remember, and you can be remembering too, because as you follow me every step of the way, you can say, I remember when Lakeisha on this day 150, said, you know what? I don't need, NEED, to have desserts, sweets every night. I don't have to have that. And you'll be able to say, okay, if that sparks something that resonates with you, you'll be able to do something about it for yourself. And to know that that's a part of the journey. And I'll end with this as well. A lot of times when we see people have lost a lot of weight, I have to lose a lot of weight, right? I was 280 and I'm losing the weight, right? 280, 5 feet, 4 inches. That's a lot of weight on a 5 foot, 4 inch frame, right? But you get so discouraged because you're like, that's a lot of weight I have to lose. But here's the thing. When you see the people go and they lose 100 pounds, 75 pounds or whatever, don't you get like discouraged? You're thinking, man, I should be able to do that too. I had to deal with that, right? Because you look at them and you're like, they lost all that weight. That's great. You celebrate them, but at the same time you think like, what's wrong with me? Here's the deal. They had a process too. They had a process too. I mean, it may not, first of all, it may have been 2 years. It may have been 5 years, I mean, depending on what they're saying. I'm going to say this too. I saw somebody say that they lost 60 pounds in like 6 months. And I'm like, wow, here I am day 150 and I'm just down 27 pounds. Like, what is going on with me? And they were like, they didn't change anything. I'm telling you what they said. They said they didn't change what they ate. They didn't do any exercise. All they did was change how much they ate. Now, this is the story that they're saying. And I'm saying to them, I'm not being a hater here. Not a hater. No, I'm not. I'm just wondering, like, what's going on. But here's the thing. When you tell your story, tell all your story. Hey, Mrs. Nancy YC, I'm about to end. But I'm saying this. When you tell your story, tell all of your story. Don't just say, yeah, I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. Thank you for joining. And I ate everything I wanted to eat. I didn't change anything. I didn't work out. And all I did was change how much. Because let me tell you something. That little vagueness there, you change how much you ate, you could be eating one bite and throw everything in the garbage. I've heard some people do that, okay? Now, that's a whole lot of stuff missing from the story than you just saying, hey, how do you speed up your metabolism? Mine's just slow. Nothing comes off when I diet and exercise. You welcome, Sarah was doing a radio broadcast. Oh, okay. What's your link for your broadcast? Maybe I'd like to see it. In terms of, I don't know about speeding up metabolism. I know, JoLynn, that for the past month now and a half, I've been tracking my food, but I was losing weight prior to that. I started moving. My first 40 days, I did a movement every day. I walked and I did Zumba. That's all I did. In terms of tracking food and stuff like that, no, I didn't do anything like that. See, I'm telling you the whole story. I started drinking water, and then at night I would drink like a juice or something like that. But that was it. But you'll see, starting in August, I started tracking, and now I'm just drinking water. You know why I'm drinking water? Because I want to do it. You can't lose jack. Well, keep pressing, keep holding on. Maybe I don't know if you're tracking your food and your meals from faith to faith. Thanks for joining. You might be able to see what your meal contents are, and that might do it. And here's another thing, too. I was skipping meals. Skipping meals, I found out, is not good. I mean, you already know it's not good, but it's not good in terms of weight loss. I mean, you gain weight. Water may be the key. Try the water, JoLynn. Try the water. Look at what the types of foods that you're eating, and also look at if you're skipping meals. I mean, I was doing that frequently and not even thinking about it. Working so busy. Oh, I missed breakfast. I missed lunch. Or I wouldn't even eat all day and say, oh shoot. And I found out, and here's something that maybe you didn't know: if you skip meals often enough, that slows down your metabolism. Okay, that's it. It slows down your metabolism, but it also puts your body in starvation mode, where your body is storing fat, and it stores fat. See, I didn't know that, JoLynn. I just realized that. I got an article the other day, and you store fat around your middle. So in terms of, because your body's thinking, I don't know when the next time you're going to eat. So that's why, you see, we have to have knowledge and figure out, and God will give us the wisdom as well. But, Google is your friend. There's things that you can go look up for yourself to figure out for your particular journey. But I can't eat if I'm not hungry. I tell you, with working out, I work out now pretty much 5-6 days a week, and I have an appetite. It's hey, T, thanks for joining in. It's not forcing myself to eat, but planning to eat. Like, I know I'm going to eat breakfast. I know what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to eat lunch. And then I know what I'm going to eat for dinner. That's helped me. I mean, some days I'm not as good as others, but that's the thing. So I'm thinking maybe that might help you as well. I don't know. Again, pray about it. Ask God to give you wisdom about what you need to do. But the point I'm trying to make is with that story about the lady saying that, she lost 60 pounds. Oh, thank you. She lost 60 pounds in 6 months, and all she didn't do anything except for change how much she ate. She ate the same thing. I'm saying tell the whole story. Again, you following me, day 150, you can go back and see every day what I struggled with, what I did. And from August on, you'll be able to see what I actually ate. So there won't be any question about, well, even if I had short-term memory, but I ate salads and I ate this. And you'll say, Lakeisha, let's get that short-term memory right, because you didn't just eat like that. Moderation is key. Yes, please tell the whole story, because when you tell the whole story, when you are true, you are transparent, you are authentic, you're genuine, you're able to help people, to reach the people that you're supposed to reach. That's how it works. It doesn't work when you're telling this little bit, and I'm not saying the person was doing that on purpose, but I'm saying a lot of people will take away from that story, well, why can't I lose 60 pounds in 6 months? Right? I should be able to do it. Okay, everybody's story and journey is different, but you have to realize that when you tell somebody something, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to try, yes and amen, they're going to try to do what you do or what you did. Now, I'm not telling you to do what I did. Hey, Sandy, thank you for joining. I'm scoping a little bit later. We had a late night, so I had to do it. You're doing a weekend raw juice feast. Wow. Go, Miss T. You know, if you gotta figure out what works for you. Well, that's good. That's a great thing to do and have that support with your girlfriend. So, just figure it out. But again, I just wanted to finally say that as well. Please, when you tell your story, first of all, tell your story to be able to encourage somebody else, but tell the whole story. Yes, T, she's a wonder right there. I love her too. So again, follow me, and those that joined in later, you can go back to the replay and check out the stuff from the beginning. And thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support, and I made over 400 followers now. So you guys are following me, my journey. I mean, this is just making me so happy. You love juicing and raw foods. Well, that's a good thing. I have to graduate to that, Sandy. But it's a process. I'm open to it. No one wants to do it with you. Because that's an acquired thing. That's an acquired thing, Sandy. But hopefully somebody will be able to do it with you. So thank you so much for sharing my world. Now go and share your world with others. Be blessed. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.